Namaste guys, ChristianRLong, Life Enhancement Consultant, giving you a big and beautiful shout out on this Tuesday evening here in Oxnard, California. It's about 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We just finished the 2 days of leadership training with Master Stephen Coe, where our Hatha yogis who are in the process of becoming instructors or already instructors come together once a year to be taught, trained, educated, inspired, healed, do deeper meditation practices with one another, all for the purpose of spreading the mission of Grandmaster Choa Koksui, which is very simple: to have a pranic healer in every home throughout the world. Avani Atma Namaste. And it's been a full 2 days. Yesterday we had a 14-hour day, and today we had a 12-hour day. So 14-hour day, 12-hour day, and it was funny because there were even more things to cover today than we originally thought, but we're going to be doing some posting it on the internet, as it were. But man, what a intensive 5 days. The past 5 days we did the Spiritual Rejuvenation Weekend with Master Stephen Coe, which included the Wesak Festival, which is the most powerful time of the year to meditate in a group. And then we had 2 days of teacher training. So the aura, the chakras, the meridians, the subconscious mind has been deeply and profoundly cleansed and purified and energized with a lot of light, love, and power, which leads me into tonight's topic that was partially covered with one of the videos that we were watching of Grandmaster Choa Koksui that was recorded many years ago. And I really love this and admire this about Grandmaster Choa, and I admire this about pranic healing or Hatha yoga as a spiritual school, and as a, for another way of saying it, is a way of life versus just a healing modality or just a yoga system, but it's actually a way of life. Ada, Atma Namaste. I don't know how you're possibly on. Upasana, Atma Namaste. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But in the video that we were watching with Grandmaster Choa Koksui, he was talking about how a spiritual person is not to be anemic. A spiritual person is not to be anemic. And what is anemic? Anemic is somebody who is weak, who is frail, who is fragile, not just on a physical level, because you can be anemic physically, meaning your body doesn't have enough iron, and there's not enough oxygen being carried from to your red blood cells. But somebody can also be emotionally, Mini Atma Namaste, somebody can also be emotionally anemic, meaning they aren't able to tap into strong, Nicole, Atma Namaste, I thought I would see you at the event. What happened? I haven't had a chance to text you to find out what has happened. I thought you'd be at the event this year. So, you can be emotionally anemic. You can't, meaning that person has a difficult time tapping into strong, powerful, empowering emotions, and so they're just emotionally weak. They're depressed, they're sad, they're frustrated, they're angry, they're unfulfilled. They're not able to tap into higher vibrational energies. They're emotionally anemic, which that would be a really sad, depressing place to be in one's life, right? But they're not able to generate powerful emotions. And then you can be mentally anemic. What would that look like? Well, a person who is full of negative pride, self-delusion, self-conceitedness, the inability to see things as they are, lack of self-honesty, right? So that would be someone who is mentally anemic. And then spiritually anemic is somebody who is not connected to their higher selves. They're not connected to their spiritual teacher. They're not connected to the great ones. They're not connected to God. So they're spiritually anemic. So that's kind of interesting from looking at that perspective. But if you look at pranic healing and our Hatha yoga and Grandmaster Choa Koksui and the senior instructors, Mita Atma Namaste, within pranic healing and our Hatha yoga, you think to yourself, these people are anything but anemic. And this goes back to what Grandmaster Choa Koksui says, what is an Arhatic yogi? So, to bring it back simply, Arhatic yoga is a yoga system that Grandmaster Choa Koksui developed over 30 years ago to properly, rapidly, yet safely evolve the incarnated soul to merge with the higher soul for a greater empowerment. So what does that mean? Well, if you take the derivative of arhatic, you have arhat. And arhat means Buddhism and saint. So just like you have a Christian saint, well, every religion and spiritual school has their forms of saints. Palav and Namaste, right? So Arhatic Yoga is basically a school that practices different meditations, purification exercises to become a saint. So Grandmaster Choa Kuk Sui, being a chemical engineer, asked the question, Ali, Atma Namaste, Graveen, Atma Namaste, asked the question, what is a saint? What is a saint? What are the qualities? Not the physical qualities of a saint, of like, wow, the person's, levitating above water, or the person is, shooting rays of light out of their eyes, right? Not the external qualities of a saint, but what are the internal qualities of a saint? The character building of a saint, the character aspects of a saint, right? And he reverse engineered it. And he created a system to become a saint called Arhatic Yoga. And he says an Arhatic Yoga practitioner, or an Arhatic yogi, is someone with an intelligent mind, a loving heart, and a powerful will. An intelligent mind, a loving heart, and a powerful will. Well, what does that mean? An intelligent mind is the ability to think clearly, the ability to think accurately, the ability to see things as they are without emotion, right? So the creative aspect of somebody, Grandmaster Choa Kuk Sui calls it active intelligence versus sterile intelligence. So someone who has active intelligence sees a problem, and then they can come up with a workable solution and then take action on that solution to solve it, right? Does that make sense? Is that fair? So the opposite of sterile intelligence, the opposite of active intelligence is sterile intelligence. So someone that talks really intelligently, they sound intelligent, they sound like they know what they're talking about, but they are unable to produce a result. So the person is lacking active intelligence and they have sterile intelligence. So an intelligent mind. And then a loving heart. So an Arhatic yogi has a loving heart. Well, what does that look like manifested? It means the person has kind, loving, and compassionate thoughts, words, and actions towards oneself and towards others, right? Because let's say you're super intelligent, but you have a very small heart, so you maybe use your intelligence to manipulate and take advantage of other people because you don't have the love aspect developed within you. So, intelligent mind, the ability to think, the ability to find solutions and to create solutions, a loving heart on all levels, and then a powerful will. And a powerful will shows up as the principle or the virtue of constancy of aim and effort and non-laziness. And one-pointedness, meaning you have a target, you have a goal, you have an objective, you have something that you want to accomplish in your life, and if you have the will aspect developed within you, you can make things happen. So if you look at this trifecta of light, love, and power, intelligence, love, and will, let's say you have a lot of intelligence, you have a lot of love, but if you lack will, you can't manifest or materialize that goodness into the world. But let's say you have a strong intellect, you have a strong will, but you have not developed the love aspect within you, then you become a very powerful, very manipulative tyrant that enslaves other people, right? But let's say you have a powerful will, a loving heart, so you have a heart and you can make things happen, but you're not very intelligent. So you waste a lot of time, money, and resources in the wrong areas with the wrong people. So do you see how you have to develop all three aspects within your life in order to be a well-balanced, developed individual? So that's what Grandmaster Choa Kuk Sui developed, Arhatic Yoga. Again, an Arhatic yogi is someone with an intelligent mind, a loving heart, and a powerful will to do good in the world, to make good things happen, to uplift and inspire humanity to greater heights. And it all starts with the self. It all starts with the individual. So you have to look at your own life. You have to practice a level of discernment and go, well, of the three aspects of intelligence, love, and will, where am I very developed and where am I not so developed? So am I a loving person, but I'm not so intelligent? I don't think through problems I don't think through problems clearly. I emotionally react to everything. Or maybe I'm very, very intelligent and I'm very willful, but I'm not very loving. Or maybe I'm super willful and I'm not very intelligent or very loving, right? So I just am like a bulldozer that's destroying any and all obstacles in my way, whether it's the right thing or not to do. So I have been an Arhatic yoga practitioner for 15 years. I started in July of 2004, and every year of my practice, I have become a different person on every single level, physically, financially, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And it seems it seems the longer that I practice Arhatic yoga, the changes in who I am become even faster and faster and faster. It's like it kind of took a little bit for the wheel to start spinning in my life, but over the past 3 or 4 years, I feel like I've made faster progress in the past 3 or 4 years than I was able to make in the previous 12 years, right? So that's the blessings of a powerful system and a great teacher to lead us. And Grandmaster Cho Koksui left his body, meaning he died, physically died, in March of 2007. So us pranic healers and Arhatic yogis have been, without our physical teacher guiding us and leading the way, but we've had the blessings of 8 pranic healing masters scattered throughout the world to help us understand the teachings to the best of their abilities and our ability to understand them. But that's the beauty that Grandmaster Cho Koksui left behind, a legacy of priceless knowledge in his books, in his CDs, in his courses and manuals, and then in his senior instructors and practitioners. So that's a great, great blessing for humanity. And that's the purpose. So this whole 2 days of teacher training is how can we, as instructors, become greater instruments of goodwill and the will to do good? How can we serve humanity more? So that's why you guys see we do these live streams every single day for the year of 2019, because it's our form of doing service. It's our form of having people be exposed to Grandmaster Cho Koksui's teachings. And if one person is on and it helps one person improve the quality of their life, mission accomplished, right? That's all we can ask for. And then as we do more inner work and as we remove more inner blockages and obstacles to people being attracted to light, people being attracted to truth, people being attracted to love and power for the right reasons, then we're able to move our lives forward collectively. And I remember actually one of my mentors, my longtime mentor in pranic healing, he said something within the past year that I thought was really beautiful about power, right? Because you've heard the term before, power hungry or power thirsty. And he goes, you know what power is if power isn't used for good? You know what power is if power is not used for good? He says power is catnip for the emotional body. And I thought about that. Power is catnip for the emotional body. If you guys know, if you have catnip and you're playing with a cat, like it draws them. They have like no choice but to, go in that area because it gets them super excited. It's like an addiction for them, catnip. So if you're a super powerful person, you have a lot of influence, you have a lot of affluence, you have a lot of resources, and you don't have a big, open, loving heart, and you don't have an intelligent, creative mind, you have all this power, but you're just using it to pat your emotional body or your astral body on the shoulder and be like, look how powerful I am, look how developed I am, look at like all these things that I can do in the world or I can do to other people. So what, right? Who cares if you have power if you're not using it for goodwill and the will to do good? Does that make sense? So this whole 5 days of inner work and exploration and meeting with other fellow pranic healers and Arhatic yogis from around the country, it's always eye-opening to observe what people are doing, what they're talking about, what's inspiring them, what their sticking points are, how their businesses are going, how their healing practices are going, what kind of clients they're producing, or what kind of results they're producing for clients, how many students they're bringing into their local centers, how big their meditation groups are, all these different factors, and finding out what's working and what's not working, right? So I hope that makes sense to you guys. It's good that my friend Fernando put the light on me. I feel like I was in the dark for a moment. And there's right behind me is a beautiful spot of the bay here in Oxnard. He lives right on the bay in Oxnard, California. And you see the little boats, some of them not so little, behind us. And then there's a beautiful fire going. And it's nice. It's very relaxing. So I have some additional work to do because I've basically been in class for 10 hours a day for the past 5 days. So I haven't had much time to do my work as a healing practitioner. And somebody says they're leaving to Anaheim tonight. Okay. I'll have to touch base with her and find out. A friend of mine in Houston. And that's it, guys. So if you are in need of healing, please go to ChristianRLong.com. This is an excellent time to sign up for a pranic healing session. Why? Because in a healing session, there is a transference of energy. Well, this soul just spent 5 days cleansing itself and getting filled up with a tremendous amount of energy that directly benefits you. So if you're wanting to see what a pranic healing session is on steroids, then I would recommend booking a healing session now. And then we'll go from there. So you simply go to ChristianRLong.com. The bar is right at the top. Right at the top. You can schedule a free consultation with me to find out who I am, what I'm all about, and how pranic healing can help your specific condition, whatever that is, physical, emotional, relationship, financial, even spiritual. Or you can just schedule a healing directly. You're like, you know what? I'm ready to do this healing thing. We do 30 minutes of coaching. We do 30 minutes of healing, 1 hour session. We transform your life very, very quickly. Then you can also schedule that directly on the website. And if you have any questions, message me on Facebook or send me an email at ChristianRLong@gmail.com. And that's it, guys. So this is Christian R. Long, Life Enhancement Consultant, wishing you a beautiful Tuesday night, a beautiful week, and a beautiful life. Atma, namaste. Bye-bye. Talk to you guys later.